Scott Douglas. What do you guys say?
Thanks. Thanks for coming out tonight. I get to go first, which means I get to warm up the crowd. I gotta be funny and. Hey. Have you ever had a guy tell you the time with a pocket watch?
No.
I didn't think so. I'm not talking to you. I'm 18. There's this new documentary out on Netflix called The Game Changers. And I don't know if you've seen it. It's about going from meat to vegan. And they talk about all the reasons. It's, it's healthier, the environment, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what my peer group, my age group is excited about? Bigger erections, longer erections, more erections. Awesome, right? No. Do you know how many years it took me to get on the same page with my wife? All of them. All of the years. I don't want to go back to that 25-year-old who sees every half-decent chick walking down the street and thinks she's a prime rib. My poor wife no longer gets awoken in the night with this weird pressure on her tailbone, on her leg, on her stomach. We're finally in sync. It's nice to be on the same page sexually with my wife. It's not the same page number. Different books. Very different books. They're cookbooks. Her cookbook, How to Make Oatmeal. Chapter 1, oatmeal. Chapter 2, oatmeal. Chapter 3, oatmeal. Chapter 4, oatmeal with brown sugar. Chapter 5, oatmeal. Chapter 6, how to eat oatmeal through a straw. Okay.
You should know that.
My cookbook, take everything in the fridge, throw it in the blender, pour it on me, pour it on her, fling it everywhere. Not the same culinary schools, but at least we're on the same page.
Nothing personal.
No.
I'm guessing that some of you in here find women attractive.
She did it to an IB.
So my question is, what is your idea of a perfect 10? Some guys have a type. People are into like a brunette with really big brains, and but I've come to the conclusion that there's a bunch of different ways to be a 10. You have your traditional beauties like Jennifer Aniston, Halle Berry. You have your tall, willowy beauties like Nicole Kidman. You have your Amazons like Serena. All that muscle. But there's a neglected category that I just adore. I'm really into women who have just massive teeth. I love big teeth. And if those teeth are in a nice long face, and the priestess of this category, Hilary Swank. The Queen of Ivory. But if it wasn't for that beautiful wall of ivory, she might have to wear a mask to go in public. My current favorite is Busy Phillips, the giant blonde from Cougar Town. Beautiful skull structure. I have this recurring daydream, where I go to her house for a dinner date, and I knock on her door, and have a bouquet behind my back, and she draws me inside, and the room is dim and warmly lit by a fire, and we sit on the couch,
I'll get you mad at
and I shyly reveal my bouquet of carrots and celery, and I start feeding her slowly, and when we're done, I pull out a handful of sugar cubes, and she just excitedly whinnies. But my all-time favorite, 1990s figure skater, Nancy Kerrigan. I was so excited after her routine was done, and she'd be out of breath, and she'd be interviewed, and her nostrils were flaring, and she's showing off those glorious chompers. And I can remember that horrible day when I heard about her being attacked by somebody with a lead pipe, and I was beside myself with panic, and I didn't know what to do, and I was like, not the face! Oh, it was her knee? I was so relieved to find out that it was her Olympic dreams that were shattered and not her teeth. Now, if you are so lucky to have a woman like I'm describing, fellas, you better cherish her, because it's well known that women dig guys who are kind of humorous. And I've made it pretty blatant that I'm into your chick. So just keep some sugar cubes in your pocket. I've got some older teenage daughters, and they've been getting out of the household bubble and into the broader world and come in contact with the humans. And they've been frustrated and mystified by the behavior of these humans. So to help them process this, I had to explain to them a simple but brutal math equation. At any time, half of the population is below average in intelligence. There's 8 billion people in the world. That means 4 billion people are below average in intelligence. Now I know what every one of you are thinking. That's not me. I'm not in the bottom half. And I can accept that globally. I'd say the dumbest person in here is still above average globally. But this math translates to all situations nationally. It's still, that's too big. You're like, yeah. What about at work? What about this room? Half of you are the dumb ones and half of you are smart. But that's whatever. We can still hide, but it's going to get real uncomfortable right about now. There's a lot of couples in here. One of you is the dummy. Now, there's a way this is okay. Now, guys are talking to it. There's a way that this is okay. If the guy's the dummy and you both know it, it's fine. In fact, it's better that way, isn't it? It's peaceful. She does all your thinking. Frankly, it's better. In fact, you dumb guys probably pretend to be even dumber, so you just get out of stuff, right? The problem is when the guy is smarter. It never works. Either she's so dumb she doesn't get it, but worse, she gets it and she resents the F out of it. F is short for the F word. F-U. There's about half of you seem confused. So, smart guys, we can never have a moment of weakness because she's ready to pounce. Lose your keys one time. What happened to Bill Gates? Glitch in the hardware? If you get lost, you're going to hear about it. Oh, not so smart now, are we, Lewis and Clark? National Honor Society. My wife says I'm smarter than her. It's not true. I mean, I know more than her. I'm more logical. I'm better at math. But I have documented proof that she's smarter than me. If I'm so smart, how come I have never, ever won an argument in 20 years? I am 0 and 297 against her in an argument. This is a woman who can't use a machine more complicated than a toaster. She wouldn't be able to do math at all if she was a double amputee. But if we get into the argument, she's like the cloud. She has total Spock-like recall of any misdeed in our entire relationship. And she can pluck it out of midair and recite it back to me. This is witchcraft. We should burn her. In these same 20 years, we've had sex 284 times. 284 times. 14.2 a year. That's once a month on the 15th, on my birthday, Father's Day, and Ladies' Choice on our anniversary. I wouldn't fare too well on our anniversary.
You're right.
But did you hear what I said? 284 times. 297 arguments. Sex 284 times. That's 13 sexually unresolved arguments. There is a blob of sexual energy orbiting our marriage, just waiting Just wait. We're going to create a new species. And if you're anywhere in a 10-mile radius, you're going to get some on you. I am Scott Douglas. Thanks.
Yeah.